Good afternoon, everyone. This is Jared Rand, and welcome to the Global Guided Meditation Call for 3 p.m. Eastern, June 19th, 2019. Be aware that there are many transfers of communication. And these, as a lot of people take for face value. Remember, this is so important. And I think most of you have this understanding, is that, and it's real tricky for a lot of people, external authority. What does that mean to each and every one of us? What does that mean? We don't think about it. Most people don't think about that because they're so caught up in the deception. And it is a great deception. It is of the grandest design and of the greatest deception for humanity. And so and we don't look at it from a low frequency, okay? It's not about anger or irritation or anything, because once we go there, anger and irritation, what do? We lower our frequency. We lower our frequency. To give you an example, sound, which is frequency, if it's constructed a certain way, can boil water. Okay? Sound, just sound, frequency, can boil water. Why is that? Because of its frequency to the water, the molecular structure. Okay? Everything designed correctly is vibrational frequency. Frequency vibrates, emits a sound. A lot of the sounds we can't hear. So it's so important because there's so much of it. There's just more than there ever has been on this planet of tremendous amount of external authority. And it's seductive because it pulls people in and it tells them where to go and what to do, how to do it, what the interpretations are. It takes away from humanity. It takes away their very core essence, which is creating and thinking and leading themselves. Think about that. Can you imagine a civilization that has no governments? So, the governments like we see today, and it thinks for itself and leads itself. See, we've been catapulted into this matrix forever. That's why some people really fight from leaving it. And we're leaving it. We're not in this old world. We're not in this old life. We're out of it. Period. So, and it's so important that each and every one of us, in our own way, cognitively, you understand it. Its depth. What is very low. Okay? We are moving into a high frequency. We've been doing it, and we continually will do it. It is a constant. And we practice staying in this harmonious, harmonistic, vibrational frequency. You feel the frequency. everything. Learn how to feel the frequency. Understand the frequency. So in today's meditation, vibrational frequencies. Because all frequencies vibrate, but it's not necessarily that we identify them or we know that. We, through the heart-mind, can literally pick that up. You can't do it through the brain, through the mind, and the ego. That's not what they're there for. But it's through the heart-mind. The more we move effortlessly into higher and higher frequencies, and we think for ourselves, and we lead ourselves into a paradise, basic Shangri-La. Because what's inside these bodies is Shangri-La, is paradise. Does it make sense that we start bringing it out instead of suppressing it or being confused that we don't know what we are, who we are? This goes all the way through. It goes very far-reaching. And vibrational frequency. Yet you can identify the low frequencies and you can identify the high frequencies. And you can choose, thinking for yourself, which one you desire to be in and up. And when you know that in the heart-mind, if you ever feel, I guarantee that you do this test for yourself, if you ever feel hurriedness, anxiousness, or any kind of stress, worry, fear, and you focus on your heart, mind, right? You will detect that it is lower in your body, that your God spark is lower in the body. You will know it immediately. I guarantee you, if you focus on it. And then you breathe, and you pull it back up, and you'll feel it move back up, literally. And when you master this, you will focus on when you get low, or you drop into lower frequencies, or something occurs externally that irritates you or does something to move your frequencies down, which you will move them down. But the trick or the connection here is to identify it and to know it. And say, I'm sinking lower frequencies. My God spark, my God, is lower in my body. It's dropped. I can feel it. I can tell it. So then you begin to move it up. You breathe in. You begin to feel, I am happy. I am in joy. I am in love. Watch what happens when you do that. You will literally feel the difference. And when you can be, like I said, masterful of that, when these things take place, you will begin to understand that you are no longer in that old life and that old world. You are in the new life and the new world. So if you will, go to the place where you're not going to be interrupted, which I'm sure most of you are. And you want to relax. How do we relax? We move into the now. Just the now. Period. You're floating. You have no energy toward the future or the past. You're not thinking an hour from now, 10 minutes from now, any of it. You are in the now. Focused on the now. As you do this, your shoulders will drop. Your body will release its stress and tension. It will become calm, quiet. quiet, serene, peaceful, in joy, in love. And you feel all that flood off of you, all the debris. And you just wash yourself and cleanse yourself of any of the negatives, stresses, anxieties, fears, worries, all of these things that we create for ourselves. Release them. Let them go. You're only in the now. You watch all your thoughts. Remember, you're sitting relaxed, composed, tranquil, and you're watching all of these mind thoughts zooming by. You're not interfering. You're not objecting. You're just watching them come and go. They come in, they go out. They come in, they go out. Now, while you're doing this, you're going to want to breathe. And you want to breathe breath in through the nose, breath out through the mouth. And as you breath in through the nose, you want to hold at 1001, 1002, 1003. Breath out through the mouth. Inhale, exhale. You want to do this about 6 times when I'm talking. As you breathe in, you're breathing in divine positive energy. Understand the depth of this. We take it for granted. Don't realize its power. But as you take this in, remember you're connected to all that there is, ever has been, ever will be. And you're in the now. And you directly are communicating nonstop with all that there is, all that there ever has been, and all that there ever will be. So you are literally plugged into the collective consciousness of the universes. You're plugged in to all things. So when you understand this, the divine positive energy always is messaging you. It's always communicating to your God self. Always. And you are a vibrational frequency. And guess what? You're also the tuner of the vibrational frequencies. So imagine that you're cognizant to the fact that you know when your frequencies go low, and you know when to bring them back into balance in higher frequency. And you know how to do this. How empowering is that? You know how to bring your frequency higher right instantaneously. Why would we choose to be in a frequency that is so diseasing, conflicting, stressful? Why would we? Why would we entertain that? Because we believe that's all there is. Vibrational frequency. You are the masters and commanders and the light ships of that vibrational frequency. You command it, master it. You can bring it up or you can bring it down. Now, as you breathe out, you're breathing out all of the attachments, anything that pulls you down. And you know what they are. You know what they are. You release them. You flood them with love, and you release them. It's like a great sneeze. A big, massive sneeze, and it just literally is released. All of them. And this is harmony. Vibrational frequencies. It's harmony. You can harmonize. What happens when you're in harmony? You're happy. You're joyous. You're blissful. You fold into the heart-mind. We are floating above the heart. This is where we are. This is where we view everything. We're masters and commanders of the mind and the ego. We oversee them, not vice versa. We are completely encased in perfect spheres of impenetrable frequency forming shields. They are made up of the emerald green flaming healing light of Archangel Raphael, the violet blue purple flaming light of Archangel Michael, the golden white pink light of Mother, Father, God, Prime Source, Creator God, of deep, eternal love. The violet ray, the purple transmuting flame, the white fire. The only thing that can penetrate these spheres is more deep, eternal love. We are met with our God. We are embraced and we merge. And we're totally conscious of this merging. It brings heaven to earth. We bring the God to shine outside of us. We are the God. We are bliss. We are joy. We are happiness. We are generosity. We are unselfishness. We are non-judging. Therefore, all life benefits in higher vibrational frequencies and harmony. All life. We elevate the frequencies. Therefore, we change the very fabric of creation. We change it for better, happier, more joyous. It's like as you move up, all of the debris and all of that old life and old world fade away. They can't sustain themselves in the higher frequencies. Your body is the earth. It's a frequency connected to the earth. Your God is the heaven, nirvana. Just like Gaia. Her frequency is her material, dimensional material, her crust, her oceans, her air, her atmosphere. But she, too, houses a God. arm in arm and hand, we form our circle of light. It literally is at the equator of Earth, of Gaia, and Terra Christa. And you can literally, as we do it, arm in arm, hand in hand, we form this circle of light. You can see it blossom, expand, pulsating. And we literally enrobe this planet in deep, eternal love. Now, we begin to elevate up, and effortlessly. And we begin to continually increase our vibrational frequencies, moving more and more into harmony. And we immediately call on our brothers and sisters of all that there is, ever has been, ever will be. All of the light energy beings who are of the highest, deepest eternal love, and from the highest, deepest eternal love, from all dimensions, all universes, all densities, all existences, who are non-judging, who are tranquil, benevolent, who have literally moved their vibrational frequencies to the point all there is, all there ever has been, ever will be, is deep eternal love. And they come in the Guga plexus, massive numbers. You can see them through your heart mind as they float in, appearing, smiling, embracing us as we do them, loving us as we love them, being in humble state as we are in humble state with them, being in divine gratitude as we are in divine gratitude with them. And our light expands and grows, and we witness this through our eternal existence. We call upon the archangels, the cherubim, the seraphim, the archetypes, all the angels of the civilization who are of the highest, deepest eternal love, from the highest, deepest eternal love, who also are of high ascension frequencies, who are in total peace, happiness, and joy, benevolent, unjudging, unselfish, generous, humble. And they come and they flock in the trillions. And they move effortlessly. And they join us. And we grab their hands and we guide them in. And they smile. And they are humbled, and we are humbled. And they are thankful for us, and we are thankful for them. They love us, and we love them. In great gratitude. We call upon all of the ascended masters who have ascended out of body, and who, at their frequency and harmony of deep eternal love, have been assisting all of us through our transition. Kuan Yin, Maitreya, Buddha, Lakshmi, Ganesh, Sananda Jesus, Saint Germain, Gaia, Amoria, Evidentia, and many, many more. And they come in massive numbers. And hand in hand, arm in arm, they join us. They're elated. And they are humbled, and we are humbled, for we are all God's. And we all value life as the highest value in the universe. They are from the highest, deepest eternal love, of the highest, deepest eternal love, from benevolent, kind, unselfish, generous, non-judging, grateful for us, and we're grateful for them. We love them, and they love us. And our light expands. We call upon all of the inhabitants of inner earth, hollow earth, Garta, beneath earth, all of the civilizations who are of the highest, deepest eternal love, from the highest, deepest eternal love, in benevolence, in kindness, in gratitude, in love, in peace, non-judging, generous, unselfish, caring, and they come, and they join us, arm in arm, hand in hand. We're in gratitude for their presence and humbled as they are in gratitude for our presence and humbled. And as they love us, we love them. We call upon all of the galactics and off-world civilizations that have been assisting this civilization in freeing itself from self-imposed bondage, in its evolution, in its enlightenment, and in its ascension. They are of the highest, deepest eternal love, from the highest, deepest eternal love. They are benevolent. They are generous and unselfish. They are caring and kind. They are humbled. They love us, and we love them. We are humbled. We're in deep gratitude for them as they are for us. And our light expands. We call upon all of our loved ones who have ascended out of body in this life and all lifetimes that we've inhabited, of the deepest eternal love, from the deepest and highest eternal love. Benevolent, kind, unselfish, generous, caring, tranquil, peaceful. And we love them. And we embrace them, and they embrace us, and they love us. We're in deep gratitude and humbleness for their presence, as they are in deep gratitude and humbleness for our presence. Arm in arm, hand in hand, they are one with us. And our light expands. We call upon all of the light energy beings who have decided to be housed in the following forms on and in this planet at this time. The fairies, the sprites, the elves, the gnomes and the trees, the elementals, earth, air, water, fire, the mermaids, the dolphins, the whale, Pegasus, the unicorn, and many, many, many more. All of the highest, deepest eternal love, and from the highest, deepest eternal love. All in benevolence, kindness, unselfishness, generosity, caring. And they join us, arm in arm, hand in hand. And they flood in. We're all embraced. We all merge into the light. We are of the light. It is part of us, part of the creation that we are. And our light expands. We look up and we see our meditative sphere. It sets center circle. This sphere holds all of our meditations in perpetual motion. It can be seen, heard, and felt through all densities, dimensions, universes, existence. It is of the highest, highest, highest deep eternal love frequency. And from highest, highest, highest deep eternal love frequency. It expands out. It literally waves out, and every low frequency it comes in contact with, it literally transforms it into high, peaceful, loving, harmonious vibrational frequency. Frequency doesn't just stay static. It is moving. It is of a high energy. It is of creation. It is the fiber of creation. We feel it as it saturates. It rains down on our heads, our bodies. It literally floods and saturates us inside and out, both physical and etherical, both our God form and our body form. We feel it. It's a high, high, high frequency of deep eternal love. It floods us. We identify and embrace it. We understand and comprehend through this flooding and saturation that we must stay in the highest frequency. And since we are creators, that's what we're doing. And as we do this, and we're plugged into the stream of unending abundance, we create it. As soon as we allow ourselves to drop below that frequency into lower frequencies, it passes us by. We are out of sync. And many of us feel out of sync at times. That's the reason why. We look down upon the planet and we see all the lights, all the gods, and all life. And we drench them, literally drench them, inside and out, communicating with their highest high, their God. For them to release negative vibrational frequencies, for them to understand, communicate with their gods, so that they can become enlightened, so that they can move into the higher frequencies. And as they move into the higher frequencies, everything elevates, everything transforms. Just that quickly. We're seeing it as our intent and our high frequencies are continually moving us into the life and the world that we desire and that we are. We move into the existence of a love, a happiness, a joy, a God world, a God life This is where we're going. This is where we are elevating to nirvana. And we are assisting with these frequencies to effect a great change with all humanity. An elevating, loving frequency of vibrational harmony. I'll join you in a meditation. I'll return to close us out. know, you know. Flow with it. Always be cognizant, conscious of. When we dip into low frequencies, we end up creating unpleasantries. All kinds of energies, demonic energies, you name it, they come out of everywhere. Remember, the old life of the Matrix, the old world, you are no longer in. You're now transitioning into the new world and the new life. This is what we are. Therefore, it is what we're creating by increasing our vibrational frequencies, moving more into harmony, peace, joy, and in love. Take this with you through the rest of the day into the evening and night, following morning. Practice it. See, when you know who and what you are, and you know, okay, my frequencies have gone down, I know that. You know, when you get upset or anything, you're able to sense it through the heart-mind. You know that I can feel it. You can feel that you've dropped, that your God spark has dropped into the body, lower. So you move it up by saying to yourself, I am in peace, I am in joy, I am in love, and I am happy. And I am massively grateful. We have a time for change call tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern on this line.